Ever wonder how a creature could survive both on land and in water? Welcome to the world of amphibians. These incredible beings are cold-blooded vertebrates that have the unique ability to thrive in both water and on land. There are many different kinds of amphibians. They are a fascinating species that range from tiny, colourful frogs to giant, ancient salamanders. Their skin is thin and allows air to pass through to help them breathe. Amphibians breathe through both their skin and lungs, an adaptation that allows them to thrive in different environments. How amphibians have babies is also fascinating. They lay their eggs in water and then undergo a significant metamorphosis to become adult amphibians. This reproductive strategy is part of their adaptability, allowing them to thrive in both water and on land. Did you know that amphibians rely on external heat sources to regulate their body temperature? This characteristic influences their behavior and habitat preferences. They are sensitive to environmental changes and are most active during warm periods. In the next few minutes, we will explore each of these unique characteristics in more detail, shedding light on the remarkable adaptations that have allowed amphibians to survive and thrive in diverse habitats. Imagine breathing through your skin. Sounds impossible, but not for amphibians. Now let's dive into the unique world of amphibians' fascinating skin. Amphibians are the proud owners of thin, moist skin. Unlike other classes of animals, this skin is a vital survival tool facilitating a process known as cutaneous respiration. Now that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? So essentially amphibians breathe through their skin, but how does that work? Well, oxygen passes through the amphibian's moist skin directly into its bloodstream. This is possible because their skin is highly permeable, meaning it allows oxygen to pass through it. It's almost like their skin is whispering to the surrounding air, "Hey, oxygen, come on in." However, this superpower comes with its own set of challenges. The permeability of their skin makes amphibians vulnerable to drying out. It's like trying to keep a sponge moist in the desert. That's why you'll often find these creatures near water sources, where they can regularly rehydrate their skin. It's a key adaptation that sets them apart in the animal kingdom, allowing them to live in water and on land. In water, their skin works overtime, absorbing necessary oxygen. On land, it helps keep them cool and aids in maintaining their overall body functions. So next time you see a frog leaping near a pond or a salamander slithering through the undergrowth, take a moment to appreciate their extraordinary skin. It's not merely a protective layer, but an intricate system that facilitates breathing, hydration, and temperature. From a water-dwelling tadpole to a land-hopping adult, the life of an amphibian is one of transformation. This incredible journey is all thanks to a process known as metamorphosis, a profound change that allows these creatures to transition from living in water to living in both water and on land. Imagine starting life as a tiny, gilled creature, swimming freely in ponds and streams. This is the life of a tadpole, the baby stage of an amphibian. Tadpoles are well adapted for living in water with their long, flat tails for propulsion and gills for extracting oxygen from water. But as they mature, a dramatic change begins to unfold. This transformation, or metamorphosis, occurs in stages. The tadpole's body starts reorganizing itself from the inside out. The tail, once essential for swimming, begins to shrink. At the same time, legs start to sprout, first the hind legs and then the front ones. The gills disappear, replaced by lungs for breathing air. The mouth and digestive system restructure to accommodate a diet switch from plant-based to carnivorous. It's a fascinating change, as if Mother Nature is ensuring each step is performed in the correct order and at the right time. As tadpoles, they thrive in water, feeding on plant matter and hiding from predators. As adults, they leap onto land, where a broader menu of insects and small animals awaits. This dual lifestyle is a brilliant survival strategy, giving amphibians a unique edge in the game of life. Through metamorphosis, amphibians bridge the gap between water and land, embodying a remarkable evolutionary leap. It's a vivid demonstration of nature's ingenuity, a testament to life's ability to adapt, change, and thrive in diverse environments. Breathing air and water, amphibians have mastered the art of dual respiration. This remarkable ability is a testament to their adaptability and resilience, enabling them to thrive in diverse habitats. So how do amphibians breathe? Well, they inhale and exhale using their lungs, but they can also absorb oxygen directly through their skin. Just like humans, amphibians possess lungs which they use to breathe air. When an amphibian inhales, it draws air into its lungs where oxygen is absorbed into the bloodstream. This process is particularly important for living on land, but what sets amphibians apart is their ability to breathe through their skin. Their thin, moist and highly permeable skin allows them to absorb oxygen directly from their surroundings. This is especially useful for amphibians that spend most of their time living underwater. But it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Different species of amphibians utilize these two forms of respiration very differently, depending on their lifestyle and habitat. For example, the hellbender salamander, which spends most of its life under rocks in fast-moving streams, relies almost entirely on breathing from its skin. On the other hand, the African bullfrog, which primarily lives on land, relies more on breathing from its lungs. Regardless of the method, the goal is the same: to ensure a constant supply of oxygen to their bodies. This dual respiration system provides amphibians with the flexibility to adapt to changing environments and conditions. But this remarkable adaptation comes with a cost. The permeable skin that allows for cutaneous respiration also makes amphibians particularly sensitive to environmental changes and pollution. Maintaining a clean and healthy habitat for these unique creatures is essential for survival. Amphibians have a unique approach to family planning. Having babies is a bit of a splash. Unlike many other animals, amphibians lay their eggs in water. This may seem unusual, but it's a key characteristic that has allowed them to thrive in a variety of habitats. Imagine a pond teeming with life. It's here that a female frog, for instance, will lay her eggs, often in the hundreds. These eggs are not like the hard-shelled eggs we commonly associate with birds. Instead, they are encased in a jelly-like substance, providing them with some protection from the surrounding environment. As these eggs develop, they hatch into larvae, often referred to as tadpoles. These little creatures are entirely aquatic, equipped with gills to breathe underwater and tails to navigate the depths of their watery homes. But here's the twist. These water-dwelling tadpoles are not destined to stay aquatic. Instead, they undergo a remarkable transformation known as metamorphosis. As part of this process, they lose their gills and tails and develop lungs and legs, transitioning from living mostly on land to living both on land and in the water. This metamorphosis is a key adaptation that allows them to find food in both water and land environments. This unique life cycle not only sets amphibians apart from other animals, but also allows them to thrive in different habitats. It's a strategy that has been successful for hundreds of millions of years, enabling amphibians to live in many environments across the globe. This aquatic reproduction and subsequent metamorphosis is a testament to the remarkable adaptability of amphibians. It's a process that has allowed these fascinating creatures to prosper in a world full of change and challenges. Being cold-blooded isn't a bad thing, at least not for amphibians. They depend on external heat sources to regulate their body temperature. Unlike us warm-blooded creatures who maintain a constant internal body temperature, amphibians' body temperatures fluctuate with the environment. This ability to adapt to environmental temperatures has shaped amphibian behavior and habitat preferences in fascinating ways. During hot periods, you'll find them out and about. They're most active when the temperature is just right, not too hot and not too cold. Amphibians tend to gravitate towards areas with ample heat sources, such as sunny patches in a forest or warm, shallow waters. But what happens when it gets too cold? Well, amphibians have an answer for that too. Some species, like the wood frog, can freeze solid in winter and thaw out come spring, all without any harm. This incredible adaptation allows them to survive in harsh climates where other creatures might not stand a chance. However, amphibians are particularly sensitive to changes in their environment. A slight shift in temperature can affect their bodily functions, from their metabolism to their ability to reproduce. This sensitivity makes them excellent environmental indicators. If there's a change in the amphibian population, it's a signal that something might be off in the environment. Rising temperatures can disrupt their delicate balance, posing a significant threat to their survival. But as we've seen, amphibians are champions of adaptation. They've survived for millions of years, evolving with the changing world, and they continue to do so. So next time you spot a frog basking in the sun or a salamander nestled under a warm rock, remember they're not just lazing around, they're regulating their body temperature, surviving and thriving in their own unique way. As we've discovered, amphibians are truly unique and fascinating creatures. They beautifully illustrate the magic of adapting to both living in water and on land. Let's take a moment to recap. Their thin, moist skin is not just a covering, but a living, breathing organ, allowing them to breathe, a process known as cutaneous respiration. This makes them vulnerable to drying out, necessitating their proximity to water sources. We've explored the remarkable transformation they undergo, called metamorphosis, that sees them transition from water-bound larvae to land-dwelling adults. This ability to live both in water and on land sets them apart from many other creatures. Then we have their dual respiratory system. They can breathe through their skin, and they also have lungs for breathing air. This flexibility allows them to thrive in a variety of habitats, depending on their lifestyle. How they have babies is also unique. They lay their eggs in water, which hatch into larvae that later metamorphose into adults. This life cycle allows them to maintain a foothold both in water and on land. Finally, we've discussed they rely on external heat sources to regulate their body temperature. This sensitivity to environmental changes influences their behavior and habitat preferences, making them active during warm periods. Beyond their fascinating biology, amphibians also play vital roles in our ecosystems. They are indicators of environmental health and contribute to the balance of nature. Therefore, preserving their habitats is not just about protecting these incredible creatures, but also about maintaining the overall health of our planet. So the next time you see a frog, newt, or salamander, remember you're looking at one of nature's most impressive adapters. Their existence is a testament to the wonder and diversity of life on Earth. Let's appreciate these remarkable beings and strive to protect their habitats for generations to come.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube video. We really appreciate your support and hope you found it super informative and fun. If you could do us a solid and hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share the video with your friends, it would mean the world to us.